Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And shalom to sincere, hopeful, elect brothers and sisters listening and learning. And to you brothers preaching and teaching this truth through the four corners of the earth. It's the brother Nathan coming out of the GMS Indianapolis camp. And I want to hit this quick article. It's from CNBC. Came out yesterday. Anyways, it says America's drinking water is facing attack with links back to China, Russia, and Iran. And see, I'm going to read this scripture real quick. Because, we're waiting on a big false flag and, black swan type events, because Esau, he's crafty, right? Which Esau's a so-called white man, so he'll set this up and already put it in your mind that these things are going to happen, and they already know who to blame. So, it's 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we know Esau uses his media to, control the narrative. So, we already know it's known for a fact that Esau, he'll cause his own chaos and then bring the order, right? Order out of chaos, right? So he's getting the people's minds ready for, he's been saying it for the last few years about these cyber attacks, and they're going to do this and that. They're attacking the electric grid, now the water supply and oil reserves. All has been happening throughout the last couple of years, right? And so it says, here's the key points. It says, cyber attacks on the country's water systems could damage infrastructure, disrupt the availability of or flow of water, and alter chemical levels containing public drinking water supply. A recent string of attacks on water utilities included systems in Kansas, Texas, and Pennsylvania. Taking out critical national infrastructure has become a top priority for foreign-linked cyber criminals. All drinking water and wastewater systems are at risk, large and small, urban and rural, an EPA spokesman says. See? So they're already telling you they're going to jack this water system up, man. All right? And, people need water. Not many people have access to real, running water in nature. They're dependent on the systems that are here set up here in America, right? Part of the infrastructure. It says, the city of Wichita, Kansas recently had an experience that becomes all too common. Its water system was hacked. This cyber attack, which targeted water metering, billing, and payment processing, followed the targeting of water utilities across the U.S. in recent years. In going after America's water, hackers aren't doing anything special, despite rising fears of AI use in cyber threats. The go-to criminal way into systems remains preying on human foibles, be it via phishing, social engineering, or a system still running on a default password. Old school, right? Cyber attacks, according to Ryan Witt, vice president of cybersecurity firm Proofpoint. The rising cybercrime wave targeting key infrastructure led the Environmental Protection Agency, which is the EPA, to issue an enforcement alert warning that 70% of water systems it inspected do not fully comply with requirements in the Safe Drinking Water Act. Without quantifying an exact number, the EPA said some have alarming cybersecurity vulnerabilities. Default passwords that have not been updated, vulnerable signal login setups, and former employees who retained system access. Damn. See, so the stage is being set, for the water system shut down, because remember they really ultimately, when they do this, try to do this reset, this global reset, introducing the micro CHIP, right, the mark, Revelation 13:16, right, when they plan to do that, hey, they ain't got to go to you door to door. hey, they'll starve you out, or make you break you first, and then people will be willingly taking it, and this could be part of it, through the spirit, which is gonna lead to this. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Here, I'm gonna continue reading them. We'll get a few more precepts. It says, while the methods may be simple, an attack last year by an Iranian-backed activist group against 12 water utilities in the U.S. Reinforced how purposeful an attacker's mindset can be. According to WIT, the targeted utilities all contained equipment that was Israeli-made. It says, I ain't gonna read all this, but headline: FBI, NSA, CISA all express concern. Yeah, remember. Yeah, so we've been hearing from the FBI, and Laura Willing, if it lets me, I'll put the link in the comment board. But yeah, so that's it. You can look it up, CNBC as well. This article just came out. Let me get this real quick. Because there's gonna be famine too, and that's part of it. Water. I mean, you need water to survive. Like food, you can go out. You can go out without quite a bit, but water. I think 7 days is usually the max, and then the way these people here in America are set up, that's probably for an optimal human being that actually takes time to drink water and try to live a healthier lifestyle. These fucking Americans, man, the way their diet's set up, they probably wouldn't survive after 3-4 days. Let's get this. Bear with me here. This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 40 and verse, I'll just start at verse 8. It says, such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, that's the point, famine, right? Famine, lack of food, water, also famine can be what? Lack of, supplies, right? It says tribulation and the scourge, these things are created for the wicked. Right, and the reason why, there's going to be famine, because that's a instrument of the Lord, man, to jack these fucking people up, man, that are living wickedly. Especially these heathen who don't even have the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord, don't have the service of Yahweh Shem Shah. And then 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't want to repent, right? It says, and for their sakes came the flood, right? And we know that second flood is going to be what? By fire, the second death, man. So yeah, famine, hey, that's for the wicked. Because remember, hey, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. It's Isaiah 65 and verse 12. I'll start verse 13. Yeah, 12, verse 12. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did not choose that wherein I delighted not, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Right, and that's why 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, Americans are going to get caught up in these cyber attacks, and you're going to be caught by these plagues of these different events that are going to be happening throughout America, Babylon the Great. All right, rather be the famine, rather be sword and destruction. People ravaging each other, man. Spoiling their goods, going house to house, man. All right, you're not going to have the protection of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, nor, be fed and in that day. Because look, it says, therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Exactly, because what? These people aren't following Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And then, of course, these heathen don't stand a damn chance whatsoever. All right, so they're going to get caught in it all. You know, but these cyber attacks, they gonna affect the unrighteous. All right, they're gonna affect, because the Lord's elect, man, they're gonna be taken care of no matter what. All right, and obviously there's gonna be some martyrs for this truth as well, but that's for the glory of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. That's gonna be a testimony, because someone has to feel the light of what? Hey, it said the dead in Yahweh Shai shall rise first, so that's an honor, you know. And it says, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. You know, and even with Esau coming with these, cyber attacks, or, even if these other countries are doing it, it's gonna totally jack this place up, man. And that's why this place is falling as well, because the infrastructure is not set up to handle cyber attacks, handle certain weather. It's old, worn out, outdated. All right, look, they were just even talking about this, how they got outdated practices, old passwords from who knows when. Easily, like people still having access that don't work there no more. Like, come on now, to the infrastructure, right? To your water supplies, to your electric grid, It says, let's get this. Matthew 24, and I'll just start at verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars." Right, and we're hearing and seeing it, right? "See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." Are we not seeing that? Are we not seeing? Look, you got the main. Look, they said China, Russia, and Iran, right? That are responsible, for these attacks, right? Well, those are some of the main players that are, in these this World War III scenario that's playing out. Because you got China pushing up on Taiwan, which Taiwan is backed by the U.S. Which it comes down to like resources and control, because Taiwan has number one semiconductor maker. All right, and you need that for everything: your vehicles, your computers. Like, it's a major deal, or your chips. And then that's supposed to be a Chinese territory, quote. It's not even supposed to be separate, So you got that brewing, right? They've been practicing and really, doing drills around the whole island, practicing their attacks, right? Then, of course, Russia and Ukraine. Another thing about resources, Ukraine, it's called the breadbasket of the world. So, like, it's known for, agriculture. I forgot the percentage, but it like a lot of grain and a lot of wheat, if I'm not mistaken, there. And then, of course, you got I believe they got nuclear power plants and stuff too. They got a lot of resources, so it's fighting over there. So you got that Russian-Ukraine war, and then of course Iran threatening the nation of Israel, them Israelis, all right, not Israelites, the Israelis. Okay, so yeah, it's going down. That's part of it. That's part of the end time. So it's exciting. We're in exciting times. We need these things to happen. So don't get worried about these cyber attacks. What we gonna drink? What we gonna eat? Nah, Yahweh Shemel Shai is gonna feed us. He's gonna give us water to drink. We're going to be okay. All right, and you got to have that confidence in Yahweh Shemel Shai, because he said he's going to help us. All right, he's not a man he should lie. So, hey, we got to put our trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai. Hey, he says he's a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe, right? All right, so we got to call them names. Yahweh Shemel Shai. Yahweh means he is, or he exists, who the world calls God. And Ba'Shem means in the name. And Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, Yahweh Shai means he is or he saves. Excuse me, he saves or he delivers. It's like it. All right? And those are the names you must be saved by. Okay? I'm in the Paleo Hebrew. It says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, see? And that's going to, see, these cyber attacks on the infrastructure, water grid, hey, that's going to lead to famine. Or there's going to be a lack of. Now, famine doesn't mean there's a total, like there'll be nothing. It'll just be certain, some areas are going to have it, some ain't, depending on the situations. But it's going to be a lack of. Just like we seen during this, the C-19, you know, how certain items you couldn't get. You couldn't get toilet paper, right? Damn near. That's technically a famine, right? You know, you don't necessarily need it to survive, but guess what? It was a lack of. It was hard to find. It was scarce. And it says, and pestilences, you know, that's why you see these new diseases and viruses on the rise, right? And then old ancient ones coming back. It says in earthquakes in diverse places, which we're seeing that. So we're seeing the end times. All right, while these people are sitting around asleep, we're understanding that, hey, how about Shemel Shah is about to make his great return. This is verse 8. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows, you know. So that's going to come with this, you know. I'm going to read one more. I'm going to close out. And we'll make it too long. I just want to bring out this article that, hey, you know, Esau is the devil, man. He gonna tell you before you do something. And I believe a brother was going into that, like, them Satanists or whatever. They believe, you know, and I forgot what the term is or whatever, where they tell you, because they believe in, like, karma or whatever, too. So they tell you, and, you know, and, like, stuff like this, they tell you ahead of the time so they can't act like, oh, we never told you, you know. It says, this is Romans 13:11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now is the high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. And that's true because, you know, Jake's still out here asleep and stuff while all these things are happening all at once, man. Cyber attacks, wars, rumors of war, all these damn food manufacturing and chicken farms and this turkey farms and whatever, you know, cattle farms, you know, burning down and killing millions of animals, you know, used for food. Yeah, that's all part of the famine, all right? That's eventually going to come to a forefront. And it says, because it said, for our downs our salvation nearer than when we believe, right? Because the Lord is speeding things up for what? The elect's sake. All right, as he said in Matthew 24th chapter. All right, that's why things are happening at a rapid pace, man. So like I said, it's a time to be excited. It's time to be awake. It's time to pay attention. And it's time to continue to stay on the straight and narrow, man. Because like I said, salvation nearer than we believe. I pray this is edifying to the elect. I like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem HaKakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone.